Hello, and welcome to this brief video tutorial on how to complete your 2013 appraisal form. First, begin by opening up your Internet homepage and find the link for the Appraisal LMS system under Regional Resources. By clicking directly on this link, you will not need to enter in a username or password and will be automatically logged into Halogen. On the Halogen landing page, you will notice various links to reference tools located at the bottom of the screen. Please pay particular attention to the Competency Dictionary, How to Write Objectives at Work, and our newest tool, the Career Progression Guide. The Career Progression Guide is a global tool designed to simplify the key differences between grades. Ideally, this tool will add more clarity around how promotion decisions are made, what is expected of people at their grade, and how to develop themselves with career progression in mind. Now, we will click on the link to complete the appraisal, which you will find typically midway down your screen. When you open the form, you will notice your personal information at the top. Please take a brief moment to make sure the information is correct. You will also notice that there is a form navigator on the left-hand side of the screen. You can click on a specific link to be brought directly to a particular area of the form at any time. The beginning of the form includes a comment section that we'll view as blank. This is the area where your supervisor, practice leader, and group leader will add comments. You also have an area to add final comments and will be invited to do so once the appraisal form returns to you at the final step of the process. Part 1 of the form is titled Looking Back. We begin by inviting you to offer feedback on anything that impacts on or could enhance your or the team's performance. In the next part of this section, most of you will find your past goals included from your past appraisal period. If this is your first appraisal, your form will look blank as shown. If you wish to write in any goals for the purpose of your appraisal meeting, you're welcome to do so, but this is optional and should reflect a goal completed in the past 6 to 12 months. As you review your past goals, you will indicate with a radio dial the stage the goal is in. The supervisor comment section is on the right and will be completed and finalized by the supervisor after the appraisal meeting has taken place. You do not need to write any comments in this box. You will do the same for past training goals, except that you will need to indicate completion status on the box to the lower right. In the last part of the goals section, you are asked for your key accomplishments. Take a moment to review all of your goals and write down what you believe to be any particular highlights, areas of strengths, or significant achievements. You will now move on to competencies. In this section, you will self-rate how you are performing in your particular grade. Please note that there is a key at the top of this section to explain the radio dial selections, as well as a link under each competency that will open up the complete competency dictionary for your reference as you move through the selections. Once you have completed your self-rating, you will be asked to provide examples of where you feel you demonstrated strengths, followed by areas where you feel you need improvement. The final part of Section 1 is to be completed by accredited project directors or project managers only. If this section applies to you, please take a moment to read the instructions and indicate whether you have had a PD or PM review in the past 12 months. We now move on to Part 2, Looking Forward. You will begin this section by creating performance goals as well as training goals for the upcoming year. You will start by creating performance goals. Performance goals are related to your contribution to a market, business, and or project area. It is the what you will do to deliver increased value. You will create a title for your goal in the top box with the details of how you will achieve and measure your goal in the box underneath. All goals should be SMART, which means specific, measurable, agreed, realistic, and time-bound. Also, please indicate an approximate due date to the right. You will then move on to your training goals. Training goals should ideally support developing a competency or skill area that has been identified as weak or needing improvement. The training goal is the how you're going to grow your skills or the competencies that you need to further development. As above, you will create a title for your goal in the top box with the details of how you will achieve and measure your goal below it. We encourage you to create 3 goals in each area, but you can add additional goals by clicking on this button. The last part of Section 2 invites you to offer suggestions for ways in which your supervisor can help you succeed. We encourage you to bring up anything that might be helpful in adding value to your appraisal discussion with your supervisor. This now brings us to the final section, Section 3, Looking Forward. In this section, we begin by asking you to indicate an aspirational or long-term goal. This goal can be where you see yourself in 3 to 5 years and/or include information regarding your personal long-term aspirations within or outside Arup. We then close the form by requesting information regarding your interests and availability in regards to long and short-term assignments as well as relocation. We have also included a comment box where you can share with us any additional information on this subject. At this point, you have successfully completed the appraisal form. You may save the form by clicking above to come back and work on it later. You may also click on the spell check to have your form reviewed for spelling errors before you submit. You can also spell check sections as you work through the form. Once you're ready to submit the form, click the Complete button on the top right. Your completed form will be sent to your supervisor for review and input. Your appraisal meeting may be arranged by you or your supervisor to discuss the form and will be reviewed with you before it is moved to the next step in the process. For more information on the 2013 appraisal process, please refer back to the helpful documents included at the bottom of your Halogen homepage. This concludes the appraisal tutorial. Thank you.